Hi, this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life, and welcome back to my channel. This is the very last layout I am making for my December documented in 2022, and right there is the sketch that I will be using, and this is part of the 12 days of Christmas scrap lifts from the Scrap Squad, and this is day number 2. It's from Kim Jenkins, and it's out of Paper Issues. Now, I will say that I do not follow the photos necessarily. No, I know I don't follow the photo concept, but I take the area of the 2 photos that I do have for these photos. Now, these are photos that I have a professional photographer takes for me certain times out of the year. She does Kaylin's back to school. She has done our family photos. She has just has captured a lot of my family as we've been going through the years. And so Kaylin, this particular year in 2022, I took her to see Santa, and you've seen photos of her throughout the, follow me on social media for one, and then 2, on here, I've had given, I think this is the 3rd layout with these photo sets. So that's that area of this. So I am pretty much following this. I am using the leftovers of the scrap room, the flavors of the month. That is the cream photo in the back. And then some of the, or actually quite frankly, almost all of the stickers and stuff that you see me use and embellishments are from the leftovers of the scrap room. It's all of that collection that I have been using throughout the 2022 December documented. So I can tell you this, as of this video, I am completely done. Now, this is obviously going up on the 29th. So you guys have seen quite a bit of what I have done. I have done layouts in November that was filmed and edited in November for the scrap room. And so those went up, and they kind of maybe thrown off a little bit of the words. But, there that is. And then I have then gone through and did all of these along with a regular one. So I gave you guys quite a bit of December documented stuff. So I'm hoping that I'm not going to scrapbook any more Christmas stuff because I am done and over with. But I do know that I will be participating in the Christmas Inn, the one where it lands on the 25th of every month. And I'm going to keep going. So now I'm going to pull out the 2023 and start working on that one as I go through. And then the month of July, I'm going to do the same setup like I did in the month of December here. I have a lot of scrapping goals to get through, and I'm working on getting quite a bit of my stuff done as I'm staying this far ahead. As I filmed and edited this, I filmed this on the 7th of December, and then I edited on the 10th of December. So that means I'm trying to stay well ahead of the game this year, or the rest of this year, obviously, when I'm filming this, and then going into the next, because I am very, 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 very much ready to keep doing what I've been doing, all of that fun stuff, etc., etc. And my goals, I need to catch up because all of 2025 here, I have not done a lot of my layouts, and I typically do about 200 to 225 a year, and I barely hit 80. So I got to catch up. I got to get some stuff done. So you will be seeing quite a bit. So here is where I am going through now the embellishments. I find certain things throughout the embellishments, and like I said, most of the embellishment is from that collections of the flavors of the month that you guys have been hearing me say like nonstop throughout the whole month of December. I knocked this out with most of this, and then I combined the Echo Park Lumberjack Christmas and these together because they really actually work hand in hand. While yes, I understand that there's a bunch of white in the Lumberjack one, But the sayings and everything like that pretty much kilter into this. And then I do use the word joy from Mercy Tierra's kit. Sequence mix as well with this. So that is pretty much exactly what I am doing there. You guys are seeing my, just the way I'm going to knock this out. It was a long process. I will tell you this. This one took me an hour and some chump change. And let me tell you, it took me a while, but I think it's because of all the embellishments I did. And then me trying to just capture the same way that Kim did on hers, because she used this pretty kind of it looks like she used the mistletoe collection in her layout, so that just gives you more stuff than using a bunch of leftovers. So it was a lot of given and taken when I did this, just to make it work, to make it look right, and to make it the way I want it to look while still achieving what she has done. Now, I will say this, she does not do a lot of embellishments on this one side, but because I have this big old photo, this 4x6, it took up the corner of hers. So I kind of shifted and put more of mine in the middle. So I did still do pretty much what she's done. I just had to shift the stuff around to make it make sense in my brain. So yeah, I am in my when I film this, or when I edit this, I should say, I'm in my second week of school, left before the holiday break, because I'm hoping that during my holiday break, I can really knock out a lot of layouts that first week, because the second week I will be traveling, and I will be excited. We are supposed to get snow and all of this stuff of where I'm going. So I'm super stoked. I cannot wait. And kind of go, just to be able to say that I have done all of that and have done my last trip for the holidays works out perfect. So yeah, I'm super excited for that, but I'm also excited to keep working on scrapbooking as well. That is definitely what I want to do to make sure that you guys get what I want you to see on my channel. And just during November when I did, so all of these films, except for a couple, were all done in November during the week of Thanksgiving. And the one thing that my friend Bree and I decided is that we are going to contact each other and be like, okay, what you doing? If you're not doing much, you want to get on and scrapbook. Now, there's been times her and I have done school and all of that too, just because, that was important over the other stuff. But we are holding ourselves accountable, and we're going to keep holding ourselves accountable, because we both have gotten into what we call a funk with it. Mine lasted way too long. But in the middle of my funk, I was at least still doing my design teams, because obviously I am going to carry the scrap room into 2026. So that will stay. Obviously, I'll still be doing those two a month, but then the rest of it will just be all the hops and all of that type of stuff that we're all a part of. And so that's what I'm working on with that, and just going through all of that fun stuff, right? So that is definitely what I want to keep doing. So I'm going to join back in on Off the Board. I'm going to do the scrap squads 12 days or whatever. Now, it may not be, they do them by seasons. I may not necessarily do Christmas ones. Obviously, most of the ones I've done here were either the autumn or the Christmas ones, but I'm going to do them by what I'm scrapbooking, so I can get some of these piddly trips that I have 2 and 3 photos left. I'm going to finish those up. That's like one of my main goals, is to try to finish those up. And I am breaking into my like journaling book, and I am almost done with the one I have, and I'm going to try to find one that I can build a little bit differently on, so that I can have my space for my posting, because I got to get better at posting. I fell off the bandwagon. So I got to get back onto posting, and like posting on a regular, but not on YouTube, but like on social media in general with my scrapbooking. And then I want to build on this. So I've done a little reel on my Instagram page about my book, and I'm going to do a little bit more once I find the, how do I want to say it, like the right journaling, because I'm getting to the point where I'm almost done with this one that I have. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out what I can. I've got to do some digging, maybe looking on like Etsy or maybe Amazon, something like that, to find what I need, because I need one a little bit thicker than what I have. But I don't want to do my, like, having a planner isn't, I want it as a planner, but it's not a planner, I guess. So I'm just trying to figure it out. So, okay, here's the end part of this. As I was rambling about crazy stuff on my thing, as you were watching my process, I make sure you do all the YouTube-y stuff. This is where I brought in the joy. This is the sequence mix that we're finishing up. Make sure you do all of the like and subscribe. It's free. All of that fun stuff would be there. And then the still shots are coming up. I hope that you guys are all having a wonderful day, and stay safe, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.